Thank you so much, Sanaz. Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me well. Good morning for you. It's a
Can hear
wonderful...
you loud and clear, and you look beautiful. I love your lipstick color.
Oh, thank you. So
You look
excited.
gorgeous. Yes, take
Absolutely.
it away,
Thank you
sweetheart. It's all
so much.
yours.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Good morning to all my Canadian partners. Good afternoon if you're in Africa, Kenya, and the rest of Africa. And if there's an evening, of course, good evening to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this call. I'm very, very excited. In a very special way, this is one person who has really impressed me since I started this business 3 years ago next week. And I am delighted to be your moderator this afternoon out of Nairobi, Kenya. I will be your host, Christine Karimi, a lifestyle director one, of course, obviously looking forward to rank up as soon as possible. I see all my friends on this call. I see Ronan, I see Maria, I see, I'm just trying to bring myself on board at ease. Sanaz, thank you so much. I see you, Leah. I see my leaders, Nancy, Lucy Karanja, Lucy Kuria, all my Kenyan and African leaders from Nigeria, Emanuela, Ronke. Thank you so much for tuning in. And without much further ado, I just want to go right ahead and introduce this amazing human who I met in 2018, and he just blew me away. He's such an energy, a ball of energy. If you know who I'm talking about, I like the way he giggles. I love the way he thinks. And this is none other than our lifestyle director for our top earner. Every 42 minutes, he clocks in that power cycle. And this is Reza Mesgarlou. Reza Mesgarlou, I'm going to read his story briefly. I know he's a father of 3. He's more Kenyan, I believe, than he is Canadian. Mostly, his blood is Iranian, but he's Kenyan. He lives in Canada. Let's not get it twisted. Reza Mesgarlou launched his Opulence Global business in 2008, but was inactive for 3 years. When he realized that 2/3 of the work was to become a millionaire had been done for him, he started working aggressively. Part-time building the business, following the forensic network system, and in 6 months, he had doubled his government manager income and retired from his job and helped many others retire since then. And he has continued with this energy, came to Africa, and a lady who listened to a total stranger. I love his tenacity, his persistence. Every time I talk to my leader, Nancy, she keeps telling me he persisted. His tenacity was beyond belief. And there's no better person this afternoon to talk to us. This is our leadership cocktail. I believe the 5th there is of the run that's been going on. And I'm so excited to invite you, Reza, my LD1, the guy who has taught me everything there is to do about making millions of dollars, $400 to be precise, every 42 minutes. Reza Mesgarlou, please take it away and tell us what makes you tick. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Christine. Thank you very much, Sanaz, for always stepping in there to assist us with the technical issues. Um, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being on this call. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna shed some light on what it really is and what it really takes to make whatever you want possible. And before I get to that point, what I'm going to talk about is a little bit about myself. Yes, I my, my brother and I were both basically born to a family. The father was a businessman, import export cars from Europe to Asia and vice versa, and mother who was a diplomat. She was a diplomat, and and they were totally different individuals. She was totally, they were both great, but they were both the opposite. They were like really different. So there was a lot to learn from both of them, right? And um, basically, my brother and I, after being in a number of different places in the world, because of my mom's, travel, because she was a diplomat, we were here in Canada in 2000 and what was 2000? What am I talking about? 1982, right? And what we learned throughout the years was basically, we were being programmed the same as everyone else. Go to school, get your education, get a good job, work till you retire, and so on and so forth. And but we had seen differently. We'd seen differently. We'd seen go to school, get your education, get a good job. Then we'd seen my dad, who basically entrepreneur, doing so. Yeah, so it was something for us to watch and learn from, since they were so different from each other. In 2000, I keep saying 2000, in when we were still in high school or barely at high school, we decided to give it a go with the traditional business, and that was, restaurant business, pizzeria to be specific. And was it successful? I suppose, because we invested a lot of money. We borrowed money. We invested a lot of money. Worked 8 days a week, right? Literally, because when you own a business, you gotta be there, right? You gotta be there, especially the first few years. We knew that don't expect to make any profits, especially the first year. You know what I mean? Don't expect to make any profits the first year. You want your business to flourish. You want to learn it. You want to grow it. And after that, hopefully, you have it at a point that you can work a little bit less and start making a little bit more, start making more profits. There was this thing called recession. I think my very first recession, which I really felt it, was when I was in business. We had our own business, and the stress, boy, I tell you, is over the top. Why? Because now you're the boss, so-called the boss. You're the one responsible for the pay, for your rent, for your heat, for your hydro, for your staffing, for the food costs, for all that kind of stuff. So recessions hit, and we didn't like it. I don't think anyone likes a recession. We didn't like it. So we thought, it's something that's going to pass. And we quickly came to learn that no, we're at the mercy of our local economy. If there is a recession, we're stuck in it. If we live in a country or an area so we heard about this network marketing, network marketing. You keep hearing about network marketing. Now, mind you, at that time, there was network marketing. Then there was this thing that people met in the back of a restaurant in secret. There was no products, there was no services, and they would put money, and everybody would get money and all that kind of stuff. And you get caught, you went to jail, right? So my perception of network, not network marketing, but that type of thing, we hear that all the time, right? Oh, I've done that type of thing, I've heard about that type of thing, was not very great. I was not open to it at all, because of knowing, it's some sort of illegal activity. You go to jail, and in most a lot of cases, I hear stories about the scams, right? So I was not open to it at all. But you know, thank God my brother was, because when we were at this restaurant, which was our pride and joy, that was our bread and butter, work at it long hours. We could never spend time together as brothers, families. Why? Because if one is at the restaurant, looking at the restaurant, one is off. Uh, Very seldom, let's say maybe Christmas Eve or sometimes Christmas Day, we'd be able to get away and spend some time. To go away on vacation together, forget it. Forget it. You know? So Ramin, you guys know our CEO, Ramin, that's my brother, right? He always said, at the time, I think he was in his late teens, early 20s, and he was saying to himself and us, he goes, if it feels this tough at this age, how is he going to feel like when I'm in my 40s and 50s? You know? So our opinion, all right, our thoughts about this owning our own business was like, wow, this is tough. This is stressful. You know, you got to constantly be on it. Forget about the hours you put, but you got to be constantly on top of everything. And we had a customer that used to come to the restaurant, and this person, you know, he uh, he used to love to talk a lot, and I overhear him talking to our CEO today, right? Ramin. He was talking to Ramin about this thing called network marketing. This company, they have this, and uh, I have no choice but to hear them have this conversation, because I was dead against it. You know, another one of those things, right? Another one of those things. That's what, you know, my perception was, right? Then I hear he comes with samples and so on and so forth. And I keep hearing about this thing. Next thing I hear, my brother joined and he's selling these products. And I'm like, brother, what are you doing? I said, I need you here. We need you at the restaurant. It's tough enough as it is. Now you're gonna go sell some cookies and juice and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing? And he says, no, you don't get it. If what he's saying is true, that we can work it hard for 3, 4, 5 years and take the rest off, don't you think that's a great concept? I'm like, but it's illegal. He goes, no. Then we started paying more attention and started learning about what really network marketing was. I started understanding these mega giant companies that had gone through the real big bumps of the industry. So he got started part time. I said, okay, you know what? You do what you got to do. I got to pay attention to our bread and butter. And I noticed success. I started seeing him making money. He started earning residuals. He started getting money from more than just Canada, 2 countries. Went all the way up to 5 countries. I'm like, what? You're here in Ottawa, Ontario, you're making money from 5 different countries? And that company, mind you, only paid once a month. But nevertheless, it makes it look big, right? So if you're getting 2,500 a week, that's $10,000 a month. You get a check for $10,000 back in 1990. That's a lot of money, right? So I see these 5 checks. Even I remember him getting. I think that company only did business in 5 countries. So he had 5 different checks, and he has it in front of me. It looked really nice. He's got 5 different checks. He's getting this every month. His team is growing, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, wow, you know what? Let me pay more attention. And I started to learn about network marketing, what it really was, what it stood for. I was blessed enough that people, including Ramin, they started. I actually started with him and other people. Once I got to know other people, they started to care enough to educate me about this industry. What they would do is they would pass me cassettes. Listen to this cassette while you're at the restaurant. Listen to this cassette before you sleep. Listen to this cassette when you wake up. And you know what? That was it. I started to pay attention. I'm like, wow, this is a wonderful industry. Like, it's true. And that's when my journey began. My first 16 years, though, mind you, I was before Opulence, I was with 5 different programs. Sorry, 4 different programs. This is the fifth one. I was with 4 different programs, and I call that my learning curve. Why? Because I went at it very hard. I'm the type of person that when I decide I want to do something, I want to do something. And if you know me, you know I'm in rush. I'm always in a rush. I want to get it done now. You got to get it done now. So I made great money with my very first company, which lasted me about 7.5 years. Yes, it lasted 7.5 years, which is huge, right? Because the next three all lasted less than a year, as little as 5 months, 6 months, right? So um, in between, obviously, I did other things because you have to pay the bills. You're living, right? Make a long story short, in 2004, I was bitter. See, I was bitter. Well, how could someone that made money with every company for the first 16 years of his career to be bitter? I was bitter because I learned a lot of things that I was not told before I decided to get involved in this. I learned the hard way. I wish somebody could come and grab me, shook me down, and sat me down and said, look, expect A, Y, Z, and be prepared for all of this. And these are the issues within this industry, not the industry itself, but the companies within this industry. But no one did. We learned it the hard way. When I say we, because my brother and I, we were pretty much in every company together, right? So when in 2004, late 2004, our CEO, Ramin Mesgarlou, told me that he's up to something. He's about to put the world's There's no such thing as perfect, but as perfect as it can get, company together, I was ecstatic. I was happy again because I was so bitter from me doing everything I needed to do and not getting, not lasting. I was ecstatic. Opulence began its life. It was GWT, Global Wealth Trade, which we rebranded to Opulence. It opened its doors. I immediately, even though I was not really excited about the products we were starting with, why? Because it was jewelry, custom jewelry for ladies. That's how the company started. I was not really excited about the product side of things, but I was really excited about where he was going. Why? Because he was predicting, he was telling me where he was going with this company. He was telling me we are going to eliminate all the problems that we know as much as we can to uh, give a final home to people like yourself and myself. He was having this conversation with me. That is what got me so excited because I know if there was anyone that knew about the issues of this industry, the companies within, would be himself, right? So I said yes immediately, even though at the time I was working for the government. At the time I was playing with real estate on the side. I had no dependents. I was okay. I could have said, you know what, yeah, I'll watch you and see how it goes, and maybe I'll join later, right? No, I said yes immediately. I said yes immediately, and unfortunately, I didn't get to work right away, but I positioned myself. If you don't know what that means, make sure to ask this question at the end. Position yourself. Once you position yourself, trust me, you will. It's like uh, buying a prime piece of real estate in downtown Ottawa, downtown Toronto, downtown Tokyo, downtown Nairobi, downtown Castries, St. Lucia, downtown Beijing, downtown, I don't know, every downtown is the same, but downtown usually it's damn near impossible to buy anything because they're so expensive today. But imagine if your great grandfather did such and left it to you right now. Well, actually, you probably would might not be on this call today if they did such thing, or if they decide to buy, I don't know, some stocks and some big stocks out there like Apple and so on and so forth. So this is where I was happy that this was happening, and I positioned myself right away. For the first 3.5 years, I could not believe what was happening with this company. Trust me, what gives me the confidence is not what I've seen in the past with our CEO, but what this company's become in corporately and so on and so forth. That give me such a big confidence because I noticed the first 3.5 years, this company, how they went through all the tough times, how they started debt free. This company started debt free, but that makes it even tougher. That makes it even tougher. You know why? Because you started debt free, you want to stay debt free, and you're working and you grinding and you're building. And these guys work literally. I remember. I hate to remember, but I remember it. Sometimes going 2 days straight. I'm talking straight. I'm not saying say take a nap. No, no. I see them going straight till the next day. What happened? So it gives me great confidence to know we have such a power, behind the operation. It is soothing for me. It's comforting for me. So, make a long story short, I see the company grow in leaps and bounds. And in 2008, situations changed. I see the growth. I see what was going on with this company. And I said to myself that I'm going to, uh, enough is enough because I see people making upwards of $20,000 a month part time. All of them joining long after I did. So I said, I'm going to get started. And I started on a part time serious basis. What I mean by part time serious is I still have my job. You know why? Because I needed to pay the bills, right? I needed to pay the bills while I was building my part time business. So I have my job in the morning. For those of you think that because you have a job, you can't do this business or you don't have time. Well, trust me. Not only I had a job, but I also had a kid at that point, young one. So I knew in order for me to be able to reach, uh, you know, places I want to reach and have the freedom I want to have, I need to sacrifice. I need to put some time. I need to work. I need to make things happen like others, like such as Rene Liao have done. And I put everything aside and started doing this nights and weekends. I started talking to anybody and everybody. Now at this point, we have some products in 2008. We didn't have what we have today, 1,000 SKUs, but we had some nice products. We had some beautiful stuff. We had some great stories. We had some beautiful office and so on. And I started building it, and you know what? That was beginning of something giant, something massive. And within 6 months, I mean, remember, at the time I was working for the government, right? At the time I was working for basically government in Canada controls the casino, the provincial government, the federal government. So you think it's a safe job, right? Working for the government, it's always been the story, especially here in Canada, that working for the government is a good job, is a cushy job. You get your holidays, you get your benefits, and you know, you'll work till you retire and have a pension they can live on. Well, guess what? It had things had changed. Things have started to change and still change today. Why? Well, we all know what happened, right? In 2020, things being shut, casinos being shut, the local, it's a racetrack, horse races, casino, so on and so forth, all it being shut. They have laid people off or even ended their employment because they can't afford to pay these people, right? They can't afford to pay these people. And so they have no choice but to terminate these positions, these jobs. Well, let me tell you something proudly. Let me tell you something that every single day there's always that awe moment with this company. Why? Because I started this company with this company, and from August 1st, 2008, up till today, this company pays weekly, not once a month, weekly. I have never missed a commission check. I have got paid on the clock. I don't know how they've managed. Even when I was working for the government, there was problem with payment method. Sometimes as long as a month and a half, 2 months. It's still going on right now for people to get paid, right? This company has never missed a commission check, a commission payment. They have never missed on paying me and everyone else alike in this company. How they've done it, I don't know. Because initially they were doing it manually, the old fashioned way, issuing checks, right? Issuing checks and sending it to your homes. They have evolved. We have this thing called debit card or direct deposit, whatever, you know. There's different methods to get paid. I have never missed a commission check on the dot every Tuesday, the latest 6 p.m. every Tuesday, Ottawa time, Eastern Standard Time, Toronto time. Yes. I know for Kenya, depends on the time difference, right? It could be 1 in the morning for you guys Wednesday morning. So this is by itself is a bragging rights beyond any bragging rights I've ever known. That this company has paid me every Tuesday on the clock, on the dot, never missed the commission. The second thing is the amount of money I've been earning right from the beginning up until today consistently. This is not something we see in the industry. In this industry, like I said, I've paid my dues, I've earned my stripes, so I can talk about it, right? It's not like someone that read something somewhere and is going to talk about, like, repeat what they heard. This is something I've lived through. I've earned my stripes, and this is something that, you know what, I I cannot believe the sustainability of my residuals. You know, that curve that keeps going. You know, when there's dips, they're not big dips. When there are dips, it's business, right? Like any other business. Like sometimes I play with people, not play, but just, you know, just to make things simple. I tell them that I joined this company from 2008 onwards. There has not been a single month that I've made less than $10,000 a month. Now, these are people that don't know me, right? And they're like, $10,000 a month? Because that's a lot of money, right? Working from home, doing what I want to do. $10,000 a month, yes. Now, some people, if you tell them how much you really make, they get scared. So you got to be conservative, unless they're seasoned networkers, they know what's possible. Then you can actually tell them what you really make. But telling people I've never made less than $10,000 a month since August, since 2008, they're like, wow, really? Especially every single month. I say every single month, right? And this is something that absolutely blows my mind. I mean, there's so many things about this company that blows my mind. But besides the fact that they got the absolute best company, the best corporate staff, best product department, absolutely the best of the best, and we know we're in one of the best industries in the world, which is the network marketing, is our compensation plan that is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Why do I talk about the compensation plan? Well, let me tell you. Because compensation plan, all of them look good at the surface. All compensation plans look beautiful, especially the person that presents it to you. It looks awesome. You look at the compensation plan, oh, wow, wow, this is great. This is awesome. I remember when I saw my first compensation plan with my first program, I looked at it, and in order for me to reach the highest position, I need to have 18 separate teams. Yes, you heard me, 1 8. For those of you who complained about two, right? We had to have 18 separate teams. Each team had to do certain amount of volume in order for me to get paid at that level. If not, then I had to have 12 separate legs, right? If I had 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, didn't matter. I had to have 18 or it went down to 12. Then I got paid at that level. 12 different teams had to do certain amount of volume in order for me. If I didn't do 12, I did 11. Well, guess what? I went to 6 legs, 6 different teams. If I couldn't do 6, I'm a newbie, then I needed 3 different teams. I don't want to break up the compensation plan for them, but I'm just trying to give you a point of reference. We have a compensation plan here that's a binary. Now, that's a different story by itself, but it's a binary. Binary means what? Binary, 2 teams. Left and the right? Left and the right. That is a binary. 2 teams. And you get paid to infinity on these 2 teams. What? Are you serious? I know we have some folks here from Philippines. I remember with my first program, I had people, Reza Mesgarlou, his team are sending $5 million worth of products to Philippines every month. $5 million we're sending to Philippines from my team, just that one team. $5 million a month to Philippines. But what they did not mention was I only got paid 5 generations deep on that company. Philippines fell in my 6th gen. Means it meant zero for me. It sounded good. It sounded really good, but it wasn't, it was nothing to me in terms of income. Here we got a company, not only you don't need 18 legs, 12 legs or 6 or 3, you have 2, you get paid to infinity. Now where it gets even better, is that they pay the highest that I know of 8.5% on both legs. Both. Remember that. For those of you guys that are not understanding this, let me tell you, we're going to hear from some of my superstars, some of my partners a little bit later, and you're going to really understand how powerful that is, that you get paid 8.5% on both, not only on the small leg, right, on both teams to infinity. So you're telling me if I live in a perfect world and I have 2 teams, right, I have a left and the right that flourish to the tune of millions of dollars, okay, that I would get paid to infinity? Yes, on both legs, right? This is the part that really absolutely blows me away. Now, we're not done yet, because what happens within that, within this getting paid to infinity, the number of ways one can earn. And I have, like, this is again what I remember from my old programs. was a couple of ways of getting paid, right? A couple of ways. Here we got 12 different ways. I'm not going to go through all 12 ways, but I'm going to talk to you about the stuff that is you don't see out there, right? Retail is retail. We can earn up to 59% on retail within this company, whether it's face to face or whether it's through e-commerce. It could be my customers could be anywhere in the world. I can earn up to the tune of 59%. That is mind-boggling by itself, right? And we have products that sell itself. So that is amazing by itself. I know a lot of people love doing that, but there's the wholesale profit of up to $250 for anyone you help get started. That again, to me, that's like, wow, that's incredible. We got the products that I need, people need, they buy, we sell. They buy, that's the easy part. It sells itself. Then I got wholesale profits from those who decide to join with me, partner up with this company. Then we go into the residual, which I talk about 8.5% on both legs to infinity, right? This is insane. This is incredible. But you gotta, for those of you who been in the industry before and uh, familiar with the terminology flush to the different tunes of flush, whether you get flushed the big leg, you get paid on the small leg, whether you get flushed every month or annually, they don't let you go over a certain amount. Flush, right? And then we got our weekly commission that whatever overage there is, let's say you have a team, you have it's your power cycle. Kirby spoke about the power cycle. It's a beautiful word. You know, when you talk about your power cycle, and we have no flushing of any sort. Let's say you're this 5 different levels of getting paid, right? 5,400, 3,600, 1,800, even 900, right? So whatever extras that was within that power cycle, within that cycle that you didn't get paid on in the past, right? It didn't drop down to a lower category for you to get paid, or the lower, or if there's some change left till next week, right? It got flushed. We don't have that. It stays there for you. Let's say you're at the rank. Let's go in a different angle so you can understand it properly. If you were at a certain rank that only allowed you to get paid 5,000 a week, only 5,000 a week, yeah, that's a lot of money. But let's say you were to get paid 10,000 a week, but because of your rank, you're only at 5,000 a week, right? What would normally happen in that case? Well, you know what? Too bad, so sad. You're not at the rank you got supposed to be, so therefore, we got the company's flushed. Well, you know what? Yes, you were within that bracket of getting paid 10,000, but you're not at the rank of 10,000. So you get your 5,000, and the other 5,000 is gone. Next week, make sure you're at that rank, right? Make sure next month, next year, or that rank. We don't have that here. There's no flush of any sort when it comes to that. That is huge, guys. Trust me on this one. That is huge. That is something that I pray never changes. Let's hope. I don't know if our CEO is on the call or not, but I hope that never changes, right? Because this is unusual. Unusual. This is not something that you will ever see. In my 30 plus years in this industry, I've never seen that. I have never seen that, never heard that, and then never thought I would, but we do here, right? So this is another one that's absolutely blows my mind as to, how we are so blessed to have such a compensation plan that allows that. Another one is where, I mean, you guys seen the tour, hopefully, and I'm going to point on them because these are the things that we take for granted. I mean, we all take it for granted. Not all, I don't, but maybe we do sometimes. that we should not, right? And that's another one is that you have people that you personally brought into this business that are often lesser, they're not LA yet. They are lifestyle promoters or retailers, right? The discount level is lower. Where's that go to? Normally that gets flushed. Well, flush goes to the companies, right? Every company I've been with that way, it goes to the company. In Opulence Global, it goes to the upline sponsor, the person that's responsible for bringing them in. Imagine that. These are the things that didn't exist, but this company has created. Why? Because they want to pay us the most that they can, right? They want to pay us the best they can as fast as they can. And these are the things that really, truly makes me pray for this company all the time, makes me so feeling so blessed that we have uh, CEO of such as him, as Ramin, and a corporate team as we have, like I said, in all areas of our business. Now, we talk about the retail, the wholesale. We talk about no flushing. I mean, there's no flushing right across the board, right? We're talking about the difference in the discounts, that goes to you. My favorite, well, all of them are my favorite, but the incentives, when you do rank advancement, you have already made a lot of money. You're making money in order to rank advance. The company throws so much things at you. That cruise, my gosh, it is such a blast. It's so much fun. It is just absolutely insane, right? So that cruise, for example, is a start. That's the baby one. I know there's a lot of you guys have been on it, and a lot of you guys qualified, but because of the event of 2020 ongoing, we haven't done so. But I'm telling you, that is a blast. This is a company that even though you're making a lot of money, even though you're doing great things, you already got a lot of bonuses. They're giving you more bonuses, more incentives for you in order to do that, right? This is incredible, incredible. I cannot wait for our next cruise. I cannot wait for our next exotic vacation getaways. I can't wait. I mean, it's out of this world, the stuff that they give. I cannot wait on the private jet again. I cannot wait. It's incredible. It's just amazing. Everything about this company is amazing. They reward you over what they already rewarded you with. This is the part that absolutely blows me away. Let me explain to you. You launch a shop, congratulations. You made some money, congratulations. That's awesome, right? Now, they give you a bonus on top of the bonus. They give you incentive on top of the incentive. MGRS, monthly global revenue sharing. They're giving you free cash every month because you did some work, you made some money, you made some wholesale profits, you did some great stuff. Now they're giving you more bonus on top of that. It's just absolutely insane. I'm going to talk about one last thing, and that is our car program. It's not the last thing, but in terms of incentive part, is the car program. I love cars. Even if you don't love cars, I think everybody need a car, right? And if you have a choice, I'm sure you'd rather like drive a better car, maybe a car of your choice. You know, if you're driving a Lada in Russia, I'm sure you wouldn't mind changing it to a Mercedes. So here the car program is out of this world. I have qualified 4 times with this company with the car program, and it's evolved over the years. The car programs has evolved over the years. It's become better and better and better. I mean, my very first car, you know, I qualified for. It was like wow. It was like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like wow, I got a free car and the car, exotic car on top of that, right? So uh, I've had the Dodge Viper. I had the SL Mercedes AMG, which I still do. Audi A8L with a fridge in the back, the long wheelbase, right? And recently I got my Maserati. It's amazing how you secreted on your, like when we do a presentation, you see the Maserati on the car program slide. I didn't have the car when that slide was out. I didn't. And I end up getting it because I love those cars. So and what's really nice is that company is the one paying for it. Our car program is ongoing forever, forever. Keep doing what you gotta do and keep driving the car of your choice, the car of your choice for free, up to $4,000 per month. There ain't much cars out there you cannot get for $4,000 a month. Let me tell you that. Or as little as $500 a month, right? $500 a month. You can have a good, very good, nice car. I don't know about your neck of woods, but I know in Canada, 500 gets you a pretty good car, right? Right? This is where I say neck of woods. It's funny. I had a coyote in my front yard the other day, so my neck of woods is still wild. So uh, but yeah, this is insane. I know people that partner up in this business, join this business, and qualify for the car in the first month. Very first month, that qualify for the car. So that is again out of this world with the car program that we have. That anybody from any way, from any walk of life, from any market can qualify for a car. Now, mind you, there's some people that don't want the car, whatever the reason is. Could be religion, could be they're not able to drive, could be, I don't know. I don't know. Well, guess what? You can get double the amount in products. If you call for $500 car program, if you don't want the car, you can have $1,000 in products that you can turn around and sell and make it into cash, into your purse, in your wallet, in your jeans, into wherever you want to put it, under your pillow, right? This is crazy. This is crazy that you have a choice actually from this car program what you want to do with it, right? These are the things. I mean, I can talk on and on and on about all the great things. I had to write it down because it's kind of impossible for trying to keep this memorized. I have so much to talk about, but I know we don't have time for all of that. I want to touch on one thing. I want to touch on one thing, and that is LA. Why is it so important to be in LA? Well, let me tell you. Let me put it to you, Phoebe style. Money. Okay, money. LA means money, the most amount of money. So LA equals big money. Because in order for you to be able to go where you gotta go to, what this compensation plan allows, like gives for you, you need to be an LA lifestyle advisor, right? Lifestyle advisor is what gives you to the tune of $3.12 million a year, right? Plus all the extra bonus I talk about. So you need to be an LA. Why LA gives you so much money? Well, let me explain to you. I'll make it simple for you. You were to buy a piece of land, right? If you were to buy a piece of land that you wanted to build on, you have a choice. You buy a piece of land that you can build one house on, or you buy a piece of land that you can build three on, right? That you can build three huge ones on. And LA allows you to have three shops, three business centers, three. That while you're building one, the other two are gaining value. You have three shops. You have a shop number one at the top, to your left, to the left, shop number two, to the right, shop number three. All your activities, all your growth happens after shop number two and three. Even though they're inactive, they're just there. But while you're building number one, you're building number two as well, and you're building number three as well. And there are some of us in this company that get paid more than just one shop. And in order for us to be able to do that, you have to be a lifestyle advisor. Okay? If you don't believe me, ask Rene Leo. Okay? This guy, he understands how important it is to have, because imagine you bought again downtown Nairobi or downtown Hong Kong or downtown Singapore or downtown Toronto. You bought this whole city block, even though your plan was to make one building. But now, imagine in 1950s or 40s, your grandparents did such. Today, they'd be worth some money, no? And this is why it's so important to be LA. It is so important to be LA. And what you want to understand is the three business centers. Now I know a lot of people might be wondering, okay, do I have three business center? Well, everyone has a three business center, but they only activated the other two. The one is always active because you launch. Two and three are not active or they're not gaining value is because you're not an LA. Once you become an LA, two and three are always there, but two and three start to gain value. They start getting points. They start getting CV. What CV? Commissionable volume, right? A commissionable volume that will accumulate for them as well once you're in LA and on the property. So this is insane. This is incredible. This is awesome. And you know what? What I want to do is I want to hear from three of my not just business partners, my amazing friends slash family, extended family, because um, not only we do business, but we're actually like that close that we can call each other family, right? It is that close. The friendship that came out of this business for me, and I know for a lot of you guys, if not all of you guys, is out of this world, absolutely out of this world, you know. And this uh, gentleman I want to hear from first is someone who I don't know flew from where, from far, 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 far away to Canada, and he spent a few days in Canada at the head office, actually, at the head office, and I saw him there. He had come along with eight other individuals from different parts of the world to investigate, to check us out. And I met him there along with the others. And he decided to uh, partner up with us. And we haven't been able to get rid of him since. And I think it's going on 7 years now. He's truly living a dream. Awesome, awesome individual. I call him my brother. He is, him and I have a lot of fun. We had a lot of debates. We had some heated debates. Um, but I tell you, awesome individual, a lot of patience, and heart of gold. He's helped anybody and everybody. He's made travel to different parts of the world that had no benefits for him whatsoever. From his own money, by the way. His own money, okay? Gone to help different team members within Opulence in different parts. And right now, poor guy, he's stuck in this uh, number, I think top two beaches in the top 10 beaches in the world are where he's stuck at. You know, I saw this little shack, this beautiful villa with a private pool. And anyways, yeah, he's having a hard time stuck in Thailand since the pandemic has started. I'm telling you, the guy's living a dream, and his check has been not only consistent, it's been exploded since the pandemic, and he's been operating his business right there. There's no other than well, my brother Ronan. Ronan, I see you on. Ronan Trufon, yes, I see you. So please go ahead and share for a couple of minutes with the folks what's been happening. What are your thoughts on that decision you made that day at the office? And tell us a little bit about where you're coming from, why you made that decision, and what's been like for you. I believe it's been 6 years, maybe 7 years, something like that. Time flies.
7.
So yeah, but Ronan, please go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Rez. LD4 Reza Mesgarlou. As I've been inviting many of my friends today, people that have never been in our industry, and I've told people I really would like to invite you to hear the life story of a very, very impressive self-made millionaire at a young age, someone that has really entered my heart. But I've invited them not so much just to see a business or to see an incredible suite of products. I've invited them because I believe each and every one of us every day need to put half an hour of motivation, inspiration, something that will make us better tomorrow. And this is why I love those Sunday calls so much, although we are very limited in time and you couldn't really hear stories live. If you hear his and his brother and their amazing mother's story, it's just incredible. But for that, I guess you'll need to be a partner, have a few hardworking months, generate some serious money, and then create the friendships as we all do, because we go cruises around the world. And what my brother didn't tell you is that the first time he met me, he didn't like me very much. He did not actually think that he did not think that I will be here very long. He thought I was just an arrogant, full of air character that we do see a lot of in our industry. Many people talk, they don't really do, they don't commit, they speak a lot, but they create a lot more damage to the people that follow them than the raw core people that you will find in this company. And you heard what the person I consider to be the master distributor. Not that we don't have many others, such as Renee Liao, that are making, I don't want to talk numbers here, because as Reza said, it will scare some people. When you hear some of the numbers that people earn here, it just becomes sci-fi. It's not realistic. And that is why he has given you a very, very small number of $10,000 a month. But in reality, $10,000 a month should be the earning of everyone in our platform in the first 6 to 18 months of their business, done properly. And I think that the most important way to answer this question, I mean, I've heard this call, it was amazing, so many points that I had while you were speaking. I can hear Reza trying to explain the differences that so many people do not know because they measure things according to a box. So they hear the word network marketing, they hear the word direct sales, they hear the word cars, and they think they're all the same. And it reminds me, when I came back, I was very, very young, and I came back from England, and I saw for the first time in my life cars. Now, the country that I came in at that time was about 20 years old, and the cars that they had, what can I tell you? Yeah, it's a car because it drives from point A to point B. If you're lucky, it will get to point B. But, you know, those were cars for us, something that is better than a horse and carriage, but it's a car. And then for the first time, when I went overseas, and in those years, people did not fly. It was too expensive in the 70s. People didn't fly. So it was a big deal for me to fly and to see another world. And then I tried to explain to my friends in school, guys, this is not cars, what we have, and they couldn't understand me. And I felt like Reza felt today, trying to explain to people, we have no flashing. For the average person, it means absolutely nothing. Let me tell you, Brother Reza, if anything will change and we're going to have some flashing in the future, I'm probably not going to be here. But what Reza was talking, most people do not understand the differences. And, you know, Reza was saying before, we have an incredible compensation plan that allows us. It is not the compensation plan that is great. It is the man that created that compensation plan, the owner of the company, the only one I know that's not greedy and wants to take every advantage, even if he's allowed to, all right, because it's his company, but he's not greedy. He doesn't take it for himself. He gives it back to us. This is something that, like Reza, I have been 32 years in the industry. I've never seen a company that will do that. It's just, some people would say it's not smart business. But if you are, at least the way I interpret our CEO after 7 years and his incredible brother, and actually everyone that's connected to this family of very big-hearted people, I do not think that he will see it as not good business. I think that he will see it as incredible business because he understands that the highest value he has is actually us, the people. We are the customers, we are the promoters, and he knows that if he's going to make our life better, there's never a way that we will ever leave him, his product, or his leadership. So I consider it to be the best type of business you can have, which is to feed your working force in a way that unfortunately we don't see anymore in any other company. Why do we not see it? Because they are not owned by one person like us. They are earned by many people that have lended them money, hedge funds, debts that they have. So now they have shareholders and they don't really control the company. So even if there's a CEO that wants to do the right thing, he cannot, because the shareholders would say, no, no, no. I invested my money. I want the money. You're not going to go and give it to your people. I don't care. If we make money, bring me the money. So we as a family, and that is why Reza said family, because here the parents, which for me are Ramin Mesgarlou, Sanaz Huma, Senior Vice President of Product Design, and every corporate member are really treating us like we are their kids. And they will help us beyond what is needed. They will help us beyond what is business right. And that is why the behavior is more of a family, because in a family, you can be a pretty bad boy. And trust me, I was not an easy boy. I wasn't an easy boy in this family too. They will tell you the truth, but a family will always find a way to forgive you, to make you greater, to not just destroy you, because they know that they have to live with you for many, many more years. So anyone that we welcome in into our family, and everyone that makes a choice to choose us as a family, is getting a lot more than just a business today. He's actually getting.
Ronan,
Please,
that is very important, but also the education. Education is very important. Knowledge is very important, and we have the best in house. Right now, I want to make sure that everybody understands that we have the best in house education. We have the best in house mentorship. You're hearing from some of them right now, but we have training bar none. The forensic networker, you want to make sure you want to go follow that on YouTube. You want to go on every channel, forensic networker, and you want to be a part of that. You want to be tuned into that every Tuesday night, our time, or recorded versions on YouTube. So it's going to go to YouTube fully, I believe, soon. But you definitely want to be there. So, Ronan, my question to you is, where are you right now for the last, I don't know how many months?
Last 16 months, I've been in Thailand on a beautiful tropical island. We never had Corona here, so we were lucky. It's like living on a different planet. I've been spending 6 hours daily working with hundreds of families around the world, helping them to adapt into home-based business, utilizing e-commerce and our incredible platform. But I would not survive here, and that is a good line to finish and give the microphone to someone else. I would have not survived 16 months on a foreign country with no language. If I had a job, I would have lost it. If I had a business, I would have closed it. This is the only platform that allowed me, as Reza said, to live very comfortably. And I will not be as gentle as Reza with the numbers. I can tell you that I have weeks that I make $5,000 a week.
Per week.
My worst weeks are really $2,000 a week. So really, if you're looking for a way to truly get to the point that most people just speak, which they call financial freedom, which is not being millionaires, by the way, it's just having always enough to do the things you want to do, send your kids to the universities according to how smart they are and not according to what they have in the bank account or what you have in your bank account. So if you want financial freedom, the only thing you need to understand is you are the only one that stands in the way. If you are here today, if you have seen our business and you are not a part of us, you are the only one that's stopping yourself from actually achieving everything you want. I am urging you, do not make that mistake. Make the choice. Do not worry about how or what will be. Make the choice, take step by step, and you will, like all of us, find yourself a year in the future looking back and saying, wow, I can't believe this actually happened. Thank you for inviting me, Reza. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Thank you to all my sisters, all my brothers. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the next cruise soon.
Thank you very much, Ronan. Thank you very much. Truly inspiring because, uh, I envy you because, this is what it's all about, truly living the life that you desire, you know, and this is where the freedom comes with it. Now, for those of you that have questions, I'm going to be here. We're going to be here to answer all the questions. I want to hear from a few other people about their journey because they come from different backgrounds, different gender, different religions, different everything, right? And we want to know what's their story, what's their take on this. We're going to try to make it um, quickly touch on these points so we have time to answer all the questions that may be there. I'm sure there's always there's questions to be able to assist and answer these questions. So at this point, we're going to go to this young lady who I met in Nairobi in 2018, January of 2018. She was the great host at BNI. When I went to that BNI meeting at 6:30 in the morning, ouch, that is early, you know. But I'm glad I did. I'm grateful to the person that asked me to go, invited me to go, and this young lady was the host who actually got me sat strategically. They put the guests with members, and everything just panned out well because we met. I think she has a heart of a gold, and she has a good poker face. And but you know what? I connected with her that day, and that was the end of that. We connected so badly that she actually showed up to where I was meeting everyone else in my hotel that evening, and she couldn't believe what she was hearing. And this was in 2018, January something. She knows best the date, and she can tell you a little bit more about what's happened because she was this loyal, truly a loyal individual to her previous company. Because being with a company for 13 years, that is truly uh, quality of loyalty. You know what I mean? And her experience, whatever she had with that company, and when she saw ours, she just simply could not believe it. She's known to the. We always joke about it. Every time she hears something, she kind of gets this look on her eye. She picks up her phone. You're wondering what's he doing? She's using a calculator on her phone to calculate. Is that true? Like what? That's the kind of what? Is that how much it comes to Kenya shilling? So there's none other than my sister Nancy Kihika out of Nairobi, Kenya. Not only we're great business partners, we're like family. We're really close, and whenever I'm there, we work relentlessly, starting as early as sometimes 10 in the morning. Not all, sometimes always 10 in the morning, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. Sometimes we go till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. No restaurants, there's no food, and yeah. So we've built. She's an amazing leader, and I want to hear from Nancy what she saw in us in 2018 and how it's been for you, especially during this pandemic. And maybe you want to share a couple of words, Nancy, with the world, because they're going to say, okay, this guy Ronan, he's white and he is in Thailand and blah blah blah. People always want to say, So let's hear from the opposite side, as female in Africa, in Kenya, what's happened for you, and yeah, go ahead, please take it.
Thank you so much, Reza, for giving almost half of my story. But good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone on the call. Nancy Kihika is my name. A very, very excited partner with Opulence Global. And before I met Reza, it's good for you to know that it's true that I have been in network marketing for over a decade before I met Reza. And the reason what attracted me in network marketing, because I was in corporate industry for some years before network marketing. I was looking for something that can give me freedom, freedom of time, because by that time, my 2 young children, I have 3, I'm a mother of 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. My 2 young daughters, I hated leaving them very early in the morning and going back home very late. I was looking for something that can give me the freedom to see my children as they grow up. And that is what made me get into network marketing. Fast forward 2018, January to be precise, January 2018, 29 January, I'll never forget, I said yes to Opulence Global. When I met Reza, I asked him 3 questions. Number 1, the product, does it work? Is it well researched? Because I was coming from a health and wellness and nutritional supplement. And when he told me that the Fountain of Life research done over 20 years, I put that as a tick. My question number 2 to him was, how is the compensation plan? Because if I was going to move from where I have been for over 10 years, it had better be better than where I was. And when he sat me down and showed me the compensation plan, I could not believe it. You know, Reza is here to attest. I asked him, are you sure what you're saying? Because he showed me a compensation plan where, number 1, you will earn weekly. In my country, in Africa, let me tell you, we are used to earn per month. And sometimes when you talk about per month, most people are not even paid after 30 days. They even paid after 35 days, you know? So to me, when he told me that I'll be earning weekly, that language of weekly, we only know it with the first world. Friends, let me tell you, that was not existing in my world. So he told me the compensation plan that I'll be earning weekly. He told me that this compensation plan, there's no flash out, you know, and it pays to infinity. Even while I was the compensation plan, people are paid up to a certain level. Can you imagine? So to me, I could not believe it. And I remember, because I was very bold, I asked Reza, show me whether it's true. Can I see your back office? And let me tell you, he did it. And he told me, in Opulence Global, we are the only people who can open our back office to people to see, because what we say is the truth. When I saw the money, I told him, show me the e-wallet, show me the money. And honestly speaking, he was so genuine to show me that there's money in this business. And I said, that is tick number 2. The tick number 3 I was looking for is how I can leverage in other countries' economies, how I can tap into other countries' economies. And when he showed me the e-commerce part of this business, I tell you, friends on this call, that is what I was looking for. I was looking for a company that can help me tap into other countries' economies. And I knew if my country economy is on its knees sometimes, like it does, I knew very well that I'll be able to tap in other countries' economies and I'll be able to continue earning. So I joined the business, and I want to tell you something, it was not easy. Why? Because in Kenya, in Africa, we were not used to doing business online. We were used to walking into a distribution center, pick your product, go and distribute your product to your client. So it was a new model. And I kept asking Reza, are you sure we're going to make it? Are you sure I can do it? And I always say, this angel who came to me as a stranger kept on telling me, Nancy, we are going to make it. You are going to do it. And I rided on his faith. Sometimes people look for someone who can help them ride on that faith, because e-commerce was new to us. And Reza started training us. One of the things that I did is actually to humble myself. I said, I don't know anything. I came like a new person who has no idea what network marketing was all about, for me to actually be able to learn the model of Opulence Global, which is the best. And we started building the business. And I remember the first month, because Reza showed me how to come into the business as a lifestyle advisor. I did not know whether there were other shops, to be honest. And he showed me to bring people on board at that level. And that was the best thing that he did to me, because he showed me where the money is. He showed me how I can tap into all earnings in this business and to earn at the highest. So as a visitor, if you're here, you need to ask the person who has invited you, how can you access the highest shop? And we are very lucky because it is on 50% today. So when I came on board, let me just share with you this short story. Reza told me this business is a business of talking. I knew how to do it, but it was difficult in my country to tell someone, even the model where I was, to remove the kind of money that we were joining with here in Kenya. But guess what? I started smiling. I love smiling. And my first month of joining, a full 1 month, I went out and brought in 10 people, 10 lifestyle advisors. And that was a clear indication there's money in this business. And I have never looked back. We have gone through our ups and downs, because I want to promise you, even a new partner or the new member who is coming on board, there will be those moments up and down, but we kept on looking up to our upline to support us. And today I can tell you for sure, Kenya is at a different level. We were able to achieve 6 consecutive times #1 in the world in terms of growing in 2018. When I look at 2020, our business grew. During pandemic, when other companies in our country, they were shutting down, when other companies in the same industry, they were actually wondering what to do, we were thriving. So 2020, our business grew, and that is the time that I experienced also a lot of growth in my business, perfecting my skills of doing the business online, perfecting the skills of doing this business on Zoom, teaching our people who did not even know whether it existed, how this business is done, and we experienced a lot of growth. I want to encourage each one of you on this call. Ask yourself, what is one reason that can make you join this business? For me, my reason #1, I wanted a better life. I wanted to make money. I wanted to experience my dream. And I can tell you, I've been able to change so many lives, and my life is changing. This business has made us to see even the education of our children achieve that dream. For example, I can brag and say on this call, I did not know how, or rather, I did not know that this business can help us help our daughter to go to university in Canada. Can you imagine? Today that has come to happen. A country that I never knew that I will interact with. And Reza came at the right time, because that is the time we were wondering, does this country really have good education system? Reza, please excuse my ignorance, because I did not know that there are such good things in Canada. But Opulence Global today has actually helped us as a family to achieve that dream for our daughter. When I look at my future.
You're muted, Nancy. You got muted.
Sorry. When I look at my future with this company, my future is very bright. And I'll tell you why. Because I have burned my bridges. I burned my bridges, and I said I'm not looking back. I will march. I will work this business. I will face all the turbulence that will come my way. I will support my team. And today we want to make sure that everybody in our country, they know what Fountain of Life is all about. They know Opulence Global. We want to expand in Africa and make Opulence Global a household name. And by so doing, like somebody said, help so many people pay their bills, and yours will disappear. And that is what I'm looking up to. That when I help so many people pay their bills in Africa, mine will definitely disappear. And I know with the support that we are getting from the corporate and having our best mentor, our coach, Reza, who actually tells us, Kenyans, we can do it, let's go for it. I mean, he loves us so much because he has seen the potential that we have, and he knows that this business can make a difference in our lives. So I just want to encourage each one of you and tell you, as a visitor on this call, this is a business you cannot miss at all. Come on board now. You are so lucky you're coming when we have promotion. I wish I'm being told to sign up again. I will sign up now without hesitation. Thank you so much, Reza. And thank you for having faith in me, even when I never thought I can do it. You held my hand, and that is what Opulence Global does. Come the way you are, it doesn't matter. We will hold your hand and we walk the journey with you. If I can do it from Africa, third world, can you imagine earning per week? My highest week has been 2,500. Who does that in Kenya? Who does that in Kenya? Only in Opulence Global. And if I can do it, I believe you can do it. God bless you all, and back to you, Reza.
Thank you so very much, Nancy. I know when we talk about stuff like this, brings back, even though it's been uh, 3 years, it seems like, wow, we've done so much in the 3 years. So thank you so very much, Nancy, for sharing. We started here in Canada. We went to Thailand. We went to Africa. Let me see. Let's go to Turkey. We have Turkey in the house, Ifra. This young lady, I'm telling you, she's done a lot of shaking and making a lot of noise and a lot of the accomplishments. What's happened with this young lady is out of this world. But let me tell you what took for her to get to this point is where the focus has to be. Why? Because she's from my hometown, actually, in Ottawa. Ifra, do we have Ifra on the call? Do I see Ifra? Ifra. She was on. Let's see.
I think she dropped off, Reza.
Oh, she dropped off. Okay. Well, we'll wait for her. If you see her coming back, let me know because I would love to hear a story. But I have another. But let's go to the Caribbean. How about Vernisha? Is she on? Vernisha Charles Jones? Vern, are you on the call? If you are, unmute yourself. Let us know because I'm telling you, we have champions globally, all over the world. We have so much happening in so many different places in the world. That's just absolutely incredible. Well, you know what? Let's go to Taiwan. How about that? Taiwan. Are you Taiwan in the house? This young man, I know he was on the call. There's so many people on the call. I'm just trying to see. Rene Liao. Is he on the call, Christine?
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Okay. I hopefully he can speak because I know he's Taiwan with his family, and this young man is uh, one of the big contributors of why I got so inspired in 2008 that I said to myself, enough is enough. I need to get to work. Why? Because this young man joined the business after me, long after me, maybe a year and something like that after me. But the difference was he got to work right away. I did not. Remember, I joined in 2005. This young man joined a year and a bit after me. And when I went to the convention in 2008, I could not believe. It was actually 2007. I could not believe, his accomplishment in 2008, making $20,000 a month part time. That's $5,000 a week part time. He still had his job, his cubicle job, right? And so he calls it at the TELUS here in Canada. And I said to myself, that's it. I got to get to work. And this man, he stands for a lot of great things, hardworking, very disciplined, and he gets so much, he squeezes so much out of a day. We all get 24 hours a day, he gets 26 because of, you know, so Renee, I know this young man hit over 100K per month while on vacation. I was there together in Mexico. We were on a vacation in the six-star resort, having a blast, watching the World Cup. I don't forget that. Watching the World Cup. And
Yes.
this guy comes out of his hotel room to the where we're watching the football game, and he's kind of stunned, and he kind of start whispering. His wife and I, Heidi, were watching the football, the World Cup. He's talking to her on the corner. They're all giggling, and he cannot believe that's the month he hit over 100K. So Renee, please take it away. Why you got started, and share a couple of words with us.
Well, again, thank you, Reza. Again, thank you so much for sharing your story today. It's been unbelievable, again, just hearing your journey. And I think the one thing for everyone to know on this call is that the people who are at the top of this company were not people that, are super geniuses, PhD, aerospace engineering people. They were just regular people that just got hungry. And, I'll never forget that story, Reza, because what happened again during this. So myself, Reza, a bunch of other top leaders were given an incredible 6-star resort, butler service, infinity pool, walkout pool. I mean, it was just the absolute wine and dine. I mean, I travel a lot, I think, in the world, but that one trip given by the company, you'll never experience anything like that. It was wonderful. So what happened was my wife, she has two, she doesn't really like many sports like the NBA or, the baseball, but there's two sports that she loves. One's tennis and one is soccer. So what happened was during that trip was the FIFA World Cup, which happens only every few years. And, so that day, she would go downstairs to the main TV where they're actually broadcasting the FIFA soccer game. And while she's there, I was in my hotel room, because for me, I had this habit, right? Every day, I check my commissions. I check how much volume is coming through. I guess because my background in computer science and software engineering, I like to look at numbers. So I was there that day in my hotel room that morning, and I couldn't believe how much volume was coming through while I was on this holiday vacation. So I was crunching the numbers. And I was like, wow, this week I made $28,000 based upon the calculations that week. And because we're there for literally one straight week at that resort. And, so we know every Sunday it comes. So we got there on a Tuesday, which is when I saw my actual commissions posted, 28,000. And because we left the next Tuesday, I saw my commissions posted again for like 27,000. I was like, wow, in 2 weeks, I made like 55,000 in 2 weeks. And I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, how do you know? The previous month I was about, I don't know, like about, 15,000 that week, and it just jumped. And so if you're in this call, the one thing you have to realize about being paid to infinity, and this is why it's so important. It's so important to understand the compensation plan. When it pays to infinity, it means anything that happens in your 2 legs down to infinity, you get paid for. And so even after I had gone back to Toronto, in awe, again, another week, 23,000, another week, 20 something thousand. So altogether that month, I think I hit about 108,000 of income. And it was surreal. Like it's you don't know what to say when that happens. I mean, you go from making 20, 30,000 a month, and suddenly it hits, 108,000, you're just like, you don't know what happened. So what did I do? I went to the ATM, because back then we didn't have iPay that can load to your bank account. We had to withdraw through credit card. So I had literally 8. So each credit card we had could take out 1,000 per day. I had 8 credit cards pulling out 8,000 per day as fast as I could, because, hey, if you had the money, you want to pull it out as fast as you can. And so, that was a really huge eye opener for me, just to see how much you can actually make. And, when Reza asked, what was my motivation? I mean, for me, I had a decent job. I was working, a regular 9-to-5 job. I think the reality is 9 to 9. As a programmer at TELUS, TELUS is one of the Canada's largest telecom companies. And so, for me, I knew, even though I made good money at TELUS, I already knew that it wouldn't be able to give me the lifestyle I wanted to have, the big house, the big, the fancy cars, all that stuff. So I already knew that business was the only way to go to make your wealth.
People do love
I knew business was the only way to go, right? So, however, I was debating and analyzing and contemplating what are my possible choices of starting a business. I couldn't take the risk of investing all my savings into a business, quit my job, and do it full time. That's a huge risk. So the only thing that was possible, that was feasible for me, was MLM, multi-level marketing, direct selling, networking. That's why we stay till today. It is the last free bastion of free enterprise, because anyone can do it. Like, you don't have to have a huge investment, a franchise, $250,000, $500,000, $2-3 million to get into a franchise, right? The only thing for me was MLM. And so that's why I got started, because I could see that from a part-time effort, working a few hours per week, I could make huge income with the potential of making large amounts of income. So today, I'm just so blessed that, recently, I think I shared before, we live in a $3 million custom-built home, and the builders of our homes announced a new project. Further inside, they tore down the golf course, so all the homes are right on the ravine, facing the forest. There's like wildlife, there's deers, and there's like, I don't know, beavers. I don't know what there's over there. And so, this new home that we bought, after all the upgrades and the backyard, upgrades, it should be about $5 million. And we were able to actually lock down that property. We're moving in May 2024. And I never imagined that 13 years ago that I would have this opportunity today. But I knew it was possible, but I never thought it happened to me. So if you're on the call thinking it can happen for you, it can. And the timing could not be better because we just launched Ponton of Life 3 years ago. We're launching the spray a few months ago. So, I mean, the timing is impeccable. But again, Reza, again, thanks to your leadership. I mean, you've always provided that healthy competition between me and you. We have a lot of fun. Racing on the beaches. In the swimming pool, playing football. Arm wrestling. I've been working out, Reza. So the arm wrestle next time on a cruise, I plan to survive more than 1.5 seconds. So Reza, again, you're an amazing leader, and thank you so much for being my inspiration. And back to you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Renee. You're mine because, like I said, I admire the way you work, the way you operate, the way you get the most amount of hours in one day. 2 young boys, awesome wife, and so on. And just thank you. Now, trust me, folks, we can go a continent to continent, country to country, and hear so much stories. But really, what we want to do at this point, it took a little bit longer than you should have, but it was exciting. Time flies when you're having fun. What we're going to do is, I don't know, Christine, how it works. This breakout room I'm sure there's some people who might have some questions. I guess I have to enter the breakout room too, and answer any question anybody may have. I don't know. Maybe someone can share with us how this breakout room works. Do we do it here, or we go in the breakout room to answer any question anyone may have? So yeah, I'm okay either way. If you want to do it here or we do it in the breakout room, is a separate room. Can someone explain how that works?
Hi, Reza. Thanks, Reza. Thank you so much for that. Yes, normally we'd have questions doing people asking questions here, and I already see Sarah Said's hand is up. So I'll let you ask the question. Sarah, let me unmute you. Go right ahead, Sarah, and ask your question.
Sarah said time is up.
Oh, is that what it is?
Okay. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes,
my time is up. Okay, beautiful. Well, for me, thank you very much, Rasa, and my sister, and all of you for the amazing for everything, amazing leadership, amazing leader is wow. It's actually all the time. Whenever we have something like this, our heart is so full of love and so full of as a family. It's amazing. I always admire Rasa, really, and I admire you so many different ways. But one of the things that I will never be fulfilled for it is to have a time with you and to ask you as much questions as I have it, because I know you're so busy. But the questions I have it is, it's so many of it, but one of it is, I admire you, your leadership and the recruiting part, like the way you welcome to the people, to the business, and actually sign lifestyle advisor all the time. So if you can just see, go a little bit like maybe one shot for your day or something like that, like pretend I'm a new person who do know nothing about Opulence, anything like that, and maybe in a little bit like how you close up one person, like how you close up the customer, how you close up lifestyle advisor or something like that. I'm always hungry how you do it. Yeah. Go for it.
It's not really a training, Sarah. This is we have trainings for that. This is more for shedding light on this business, on our stories, of what we do, and so on and so forth. And if there is any question regarding the mechanics of the business, not mechanics, but you know what, some questions regarding something that a guest or a new member, in some cases old member, that is not clear on. It's not so much the training, it is question and answer period right now per se. So you can talk privately, and
Okay.
we have a lot of training throughout the week. It's not a problem. We can do some training there.
Okay, beautiful. So I actually maybe I can share a little bit my history then a little bit about it. Is that what
Sure, let's
you
make it
looking?
quick. I want to see if you have any questions from any guests, possibly. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you want to? Okay, good. So basically, is although I'm really hungry always, how how Raza do the business. And I know he's first of all, I'm lucky to voice between Ramin and Renee and Raza. It's a two beautiful souls who actually do this business amazingly good. They have as they mentioned, they have a competition, a healthy, friendly competition, but we always admire them, both of them. And they are our leaders who say, okay, one day we will get there. One day we're going to do that. So it will happen for sure. So for me, when I joined the business, I actually I know that and some of you who get invited today, you can imagine, all of you, your soul is looking something bigger than what you're doing it right now. So when I get invited for our Opulence business, is even before that, I know I was looking something bigger than what I was moment doing. I was ECE, Richard Education. I'm a social worker as a professional. I have a life, simple life that everybody have it, but I know that wasn't that little class, it won't fit me. I know I'm bigger than that. So saying that, when I introduced to the business, I love it, everything. I love it, the compensation plan. I love it, our product. Our product is actually the product that I really admire our company. And I just sometimes say, our product is not even designed for how high quality it is. It's something like our company and Ramin and Rasa and Senaz and all the leaders is something that they simplified for us. But otherwise, in a normal day, we will never be dreamed to buy it, anything like that. It's so precious and it's so high quality. So when I saw the quality for the product, when I saw the compensation, when I see everything, I actually did not hesitate that I can do it. So one of the things is really I was different from the others is my hometown city, beautiful Ottawa. When I come back for it, I actually ask you one question for myself. Who else can help me with this? I know that I can do it, but who else? And thanks God, I picked up 5 people, and one of them was Ifrah Hassan, Ifrah Saudi. And she made the history. And really, all of you who are invited today, just to do your best of your skill ability, but at the same time, look inside help with our company, which is really we are family, and he is there all the help for you. But also outside the company, think about it. Who else can help you with this business? They can be helping themselves, but at the same time, they will help you, because if they are the downline for you, then both of you are well off, as you hear the story. So just I'm leaving that and really sign for lifetime advisor. I was hoping, and I will go the privacy, but I was hoping, and Rasa mentioned how important, he mentioned already, but how important it is to sign lifestyle advisor. There is no question for that. Really, if you want in this business, start it from there and run with it. Amazing.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Christine, look only for questions. If there is any questions, or if anyone has questions.
I can see a raised hand by Kadra Ali. I hope it's a question, Kadra.
Kadra Ali, you can unmute yourself. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Reza. Hi. I'm T. I wanted to make a comment, but I do not have a question. That's
okay. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to point out how the company is structured. By helping yourself, you're helping the downline. So there's really never any other conflict, and like the MLMs. I'm amazed.
There's an issue with your connection.
Network, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was me, but I see other people feeling the same way. Can you try it again? Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me better now or no?
That's better, Kadra.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank everybody at Opulence. I haven't been with you guys for long. I have had the pleasure of meeting you, Reza, and your family, Mr. Ramin and Sanaz, about 2 years ago, I want to say 2019, I believe. I just want to thank everybody, basically. I really like the structure of the company and how by helping others, you're definitely helping yourself. So there's really never any sort of conflict of how the business is being dealt with. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I also want to say I appreciate the reachability of all of you guys. You can pick up the phone and speak with Reza, pick up the phone and speak with Renee. That's pretty amazing. It's not something you would find in other companies. So I just wanted to thank the support and the equality and the humility amongst all of you guys, all of the leaders. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Hadrat. Thank you for that. Any questions anywhere?
No hand raised. If you have a question, please raise your hand and I'll call you out. And maybe I can take this opportunity, Reza, just to correct myself. It's Reza Mesgarlou LD4. I called him LD1. I think I was talking about myself and thinking about myself. But that's where we're headed. So any questions, anybody, just put up your hand and I'll unmute you.
Well, you know what, guys? We had some awesome promotion, awesome incentive, awesome that was put by company, and because of it, we had an amazing month last month. Well, it was mid-month to mid-month, almost 17th, and due to popular demand, it was extended. I couldn't believe it when I heard that it's extended, and wow, you know, if you're not aware of this promotion, you will really want to take look, ask the question what this promotion's about, and don't let it pass you by because it's that good, it's that great, it's that amazing. Yeah, so the promotion has been extended. Thank you, corporate. Thank you, Opulence. And let's all go out there and build our empire, especially during this time, right? So yeah, I just want to add that in there. Is there any questions? If there is, great. If not, we'll call it a day. I know we have a bunch of webinars going on today. There's one going on already with another team somewhere. I mean, there's webinars around the clock, really. But yeah, if there's any questions, this is your chance. Raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm done. We're done. Thank you for attending. This is going on every Sunday with different leaders that shared their views, their challenges, their journey, and they shared their point of view of why opulence and why it's so superior, so amazing, and how it's, you know, it's affected their life and their loved ones, or even their communities. It's on every Sunday at the same time. So,
Reza, we have Crisanto from
okay.
the Philippines. I think he has a question. Crisanto, you can go ahead.
Yes, of course. Crisanto, you got to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ask your question, Crisanto.
From Philippines.
Yes, Crisanto, go
How
ahead.
can I start this new business?
How can you start this?
Yeah, I'm just asking. Yes.
Okay. So
Thank you.
I take it that you have not launched your business yet, right? Crisanto, have you launched your business?
Reza, Chris
Yeah.
is my guest. He had no chance to see the business yet.
Oh, okay. So, great. I think this is Rico, right?
Ronan.
Oh, Ronan. Okay, Ronan, no problem. Crisanto, what you need to do, my friend, is speak with Ronan directly. Get to see a tour, get to see a presentation, whether he can do it for you one-on-one, or you can tap into one of the 35 official tours that happen weekly. And once you see that presentation, then you can have a conversation again with Ronan. There's not much he does not know about this business. He can explain it pretty much A to Z to you and help you get started, my friend. Once you get started, then we have trainings in place, we have support in place. It's very easy. It takes a matter of, I don't know, minutes to get started. I believe you're in the Philippines, right, Crisanto?
Okay.
Are
Yes,
you in
yes.
Philippines?
Yeah, I'm from Philippines. Thank you.
Awesome. We have an awesome Philippine team. We have a powerhouse in Philippines. They do an amazing work. They work very closely, a lot of support. We have an office in Manila that you can actually visit. I don't know the regulations and laws with the virus in Philippines. I'm not sure how it is, but I know we have an office there and we have some amazing leaders also there on the ground to help you. So what I would suggest is right now, don't let Ronan go anywhere. After this call, get off this call, get on the call with him and get him to walk you, to show you this business. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for being on the call. Anybody else, Christy?
No hands up, Reza. I think our guests are all ready to launch. And because it's a sale, just cheers to all the new partners that are coming on board after this call. Reza, I don't know if you have anything else to say, but I don't see any hands up, no questions.
Okay, just make sure to take advantage of the promotion, guys. Take advantage of the promotion. And
there's a hand, Reza.
Oh,
Kader
okay.
Diabate. I hope I didn't mispronounce the name.
Yeah, Kader.
Kader, yeah.
Kader, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling from France. So I've been introduced to the business. I have some questions about the business.
Okay.
I would like to know, are you guys in France? Do you people in France?
You are have you launched your shop or are you just still looking?
I haven't launched my shop yet because
Okay.
of monetary issues, but I'm looking forward to do it very soon.
Of course, yes. We do business in France. We send products to France. We have some partners in France, and my friend, it's the best time for you to launch a shop, get top in the system. See, what happens is with this business, once you become a partner, once you become a shop owner, you have a calendar in your back office, and this calendar tells you that the webinars throughout the week, every single day, different time zones, different languages. And on top and above that, you're going to have a support team um, that are there to work with you. We call it the My5. You have a My5 structure above you that are there to help you, assist you on daily basis. We have official tours. You have official trainings. That's all in your back office. You have access to a YouTube channel. You have access to all the trainings that are recorded or PDFs that are available in your back office. So yeah, it's a full jam-packed business. Once you launch a shop, you have access to all of that, no problem. So I don't know if the person that's showing you the business is it someone on the ground or is it someone online? It doesn't really matter. Get to understand what's going on, launch a shop, and you can contact anybody, I'm sure, anywhere in this business, anywhere in the world, and they'd be more than happy to assist you.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Launch a shop today. Don't wait till Monday or Tuesday. Launch today and get on the training tonight.
I'm still. I want to launch my shop. The thing is, the like I don't have the money right now to pay for the products.
Okay, no problem. I mean, you can use a credit card. You can do whatever you got to do. The moment you launch a shop, you're in business. You can start making money. So do what you can and get yourself started, brother. Get yourself started.
Okay, will do.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Anybody else, Christine?
No one, but I'm just curious, Kader, who invited you? Maybe that's what we need to establish, Reza.
the person that invited him is given the link to get here. So, Kader, the person that invited you, who's that person?
Mary Chantal.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay. So yeah, contact. They'll be more than happy to help you with it. No problem. That's good.
Great. And Marie Chantal is on the call, so she's had all that. So Reza, there are no more questions. I don't see any question, no hands up. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, everyone, for being on this call. It was, it puts a smile on my face when I'm looking corner to corner all over the world. We have partners, we're growing and awesome stories. Thanks for being on this call. Next week, same time, same place. Get everybody on. Your prospects, your members, those who have launched and haven't done anything. Absolutely everybody. Get them on this call and let them hear firsthand what's going on with our company. Until then, there's more webinars throughout the day, more tours throughout the day. And this evening, we have an awesome one. So see you guys later. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, absolutely everybody, for being on this call. God bless you all. Have a great day, great evening, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, Reza. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night to wherever you are. Bye.
Bye, everyone. To the billion.
To the billion.
To the billion.
To the
The call
billion.
is coming to
One
an
team,
end.
one dream towards the billion.
To the billion. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.